Welcome back inside the Now Morning Show. We're getting ready for the Secondary Schools Drama Festival 2025. This is a milestone year because it's celebrating 60 years of lights, laughter, and legacy. To discuss it a bit, let me welcome the Public Relations and Communications Manager, Andy Mutilal, and Nicole Melham, who is the Assistant Secretary. Good morning to you both and welcome to the Now Morning Show.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Let me first of all say congratulations. 60 years is no small feat, and especially for an organization like this dealing with secondary schools, dealing with 60 years of lights, laughter, and fun. Andy, tell me how we're celebrating this milestone.
Well, there are a number of things, initiatives we have planned, but I'd like Nicole to introduce us and tell us in terms of a little bit about the history and the legacy of the organization.
Okay, talk to me about the legacy of the organization, Nicole.
All right, so we started in 1965, and we have James Lewa to thank for that, right? He was instrumental in identifying the need to continue culture and to promote the talent and creativity of secondary school children. So, of course, the first thing he came up with, being a drama person, right, was a theatre festival. So, hence started the Secondary Schools Drama Association that had at its main event a theatre festival at the end of the year, every year, right? So we have seen it grow from about 9 schools initially. Sometimes we've had about 20 schools taking part. It's over a month period. You have preliminaries in the districts. Then it goes into use of the theatre space. It's actually the only opportunity that some secondary school students have to actually use a theatre space. We have used Naprima Bowl. In some instances, we have looked at even schools in formal theatre spaces. So that promotion of culture, because we look at cultural forms, like this year, we're looking at that, yeah? They use local playwrights as well. You're aware that they're local playwrights? That are so, I know you are. So maybe to the listening audience, yeah. So we have that. So that's the culture, that's the legacy, and we are proud of that.
Now, you mentioned the playwrights. I know there's a separate playwriting festival, but we'll talk about that after. Tell me, Andy, you can talk about the initiatives now?
Yeah.
You get the platform, you get the foundation, the legacy.
Got the foundation.
Tell me the 60th anniversary. How
60
we celebrate
for 60. How does that sound? This is not ESPN. This is Trinidad and Tobago original, trademark and copyrighted. So we're aiming to have 60 schools across Trinidad and Tobago aiming to mount some sort of production or playmaking piece. As Nicole would have mentioned, for the CSEC examinations, our indigenous cultural forms, storytelling, wakes, carnival has been on the syllabus as well. Children are tasked with creating, using elements of theatre, a play on these pieces. And we're aiming, whether it's a full-length feature play or one of the playmaking pieces, to have 60 showcased throughout Trinidad and Tobago in schools and community centers. We're trying to reach out into the community centers as well this year, okay? Each would receive a certificate of participation, highlighting their role in this national celebration. Echoes of 60 Years is a pilot project myself and Ms. Roxanne, the next person in public relations, are pioneering. Is a story project where past participants will share how the festival would have shaped their lives, right? These testimonies are shared on our social media platforms. I would encourage everybody to check out the SSDA, Secondary School Drama Association, on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook, okay? Everyone can connect with the legacy. And it's good to hear. I was looking at Michael Cherry's testimony just last week, and it raised my pause to know, such a legend. His humble beginnings started with him and Peter Kelly in CIC, just sitting on one day, hey boy, let me enter this thing. It's really humbling.
But they would have been in the first one.
You can't listen. You can't know where you're going unless you know where you come from.
Big facts.
You understand what I'm saying?
All right, so you're saying the echoes of 60 years is people giving their testimonies as to how this festival has impacted their journey as actors, as people generally.
That's correct.
You mentioned Michael Cherry, but any of them that you've seen so far that really stood out to you to say, even if the person is not in theatre or drama anymore, but can tell you how it impacted their life?
I would say David Sami, when I read his Sarah Dan, who's a curriculum officer, there is a plethora of different people from all walks of life, from the common man to people who we think are preeminent in society. each story touches you because it's a story about trial, it's a story about using drama to build your confidence, to deal with issues that are going on in your lives. So all of powerful in your own regard.
And that's the aspect I wanted to get at, because people might see it as just you're going on stage and you're acting or whatever the case is without realizing the impact it can have on you, even if you don't act for the rest of your life. But it can help your public speaking, it can help your confidence in yourself and the way you present yourself to the public as well.
Of course.
Yeah. Nicole, let me jump back across to you. Are the prelims already underway?
No, it doesn't start until November.
Oh, okay.
Schools are in rehearsals already. We have already gotten submission. Registration has started.
Can people still register?
Yeah, we will allow once they let us know what's going on. Once it's properly marketed and they've got it, we won't stop. We don't deny. Yeah.
All right. And then we have the finals, which, well, the prelims start, you said, starts in November.
Yeah.
November from the 25th to 27th.
Will be fine.
That's the finals.
That's the finals
Those
dates.
the
But the
finals,
prelims dates are taking place all throughout November.
Okay.
All right.
And then,
there's a late registration, so we're encouraging people to register early because the late registration was already begun, and that's a $200 additional. We'll try to waiver if there is a flood of entries.
Yeah.
But one tick,
They
we're
will
really
charge
trying
them.
to encourage people to register early.
But
Yeah,
it's more of promotion. So that's the most important thing, that we get the students to partake and be a part of that group and fraternity.
okay, you said the finals are taking place from the 25th to the 27th of November
That's
at
correct.
Naparima Bowl.
From 9 a.m. daily.
And you have there's a ticket price.
$100 for the
Right.
finals. You're
And tell
not
them how
going to
many
get
plays you get a
three.
day.
You get three
plays a
per
day. There's
day.
nowhere else in
yeah.
Trinidad and Tobago the quality of plays again for this price. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
There's nowhere
because
else.
remember, because it's a festival, right? At every stage, the prelim and semi-finals,
That's correct, yeah.
they get critiques.
Right.
And they get critiques from persons in the fraternity. So these are professionals that are telling our upcoming generation what to expect, how to do better, how to get there. And they are better. They are top quality. That we can vouch for.
And one of the reasons why it's just $70, we want to encourage families to come out.
Of course.
A lot of the plays deal with issues at the communal level that we face as a society. And theatre is a powerful medium where you could have a voice and make an impact, not just on your community, but on the national landscape.
Now, I understand that there are three categories generally, right? We have the storytelling and monologue,
That's correct.
the production,
Yeah.
and then the playmaking category, which is going to become its own festival. Tell me why we're expanding the playmaking category to launch a whole new festival. in May next year.
Playmaking, as was previously mentioned, are the cultural forms indigenous to our region. This is the heartbeat of what theatre is as a Caribbean people. Carnival, storytelling, wakes, kumina, ring games. These are our oral traditions that have been passed on through the ancestors, and they're inherently theatrical in nature. They have all the elements of theatre within them. And because it's on the CXC syllabus, we want to have a national trust where we bring the sometimes brilliant work of our kids that I just highlighted for exam period into the forefront.
So the idea is to get these plays mounted.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
And that's the important thing, and hence the creativity. We actually have the students who write the play, not the teacher, not the adult. The
Right.
students actually engage in writing the play. So, of course, there's introspection on the cultural form, there's introspection. So, there's the future of Trinidad right there.
Have
And
we
it's
seen
the sharing.
before where some of these plays written by students have been mounted, and we can talk about successful plays that have come out of it?
Of course. Some students have even used it as to go into production. So playmaking is 15 minutes. So the children create a play 15
15-minute
minutes
long
in-
play.
Yeah,
Right.
about 15 minutes.
That's correct.
And then our productions now are 45 minutes and longer. So they use the playmaking, some of them, as a stepping stone and lengthen it
Right.
and delve more into it. So we have seen it a few times. Some of the productions that come in, they are original productions that come in. I believe it's the Zeno Constance Award, right, where we have original productions. There are new plays coming out of Trinidad every day, and well, not every day, right?
Probably,
but there are new plays
again,
coming out. Could be, but this is your stage. This is their stage to have it mounted.
Fantastic.
That's
And I
right.
understand that the festival doesn't end in November with this national finals. We have the award ceremony taking place in January as well.
That's
Tell me,
correct, yeah.
what are we awarding in January?
Certificates, we'd have some trophies. We also, in the past, have featured scholarship awards where we give acting workshops.
Okay.
All right, so it's knowledge as well. Sometimes even more powerful than monetary something where you get that knowledge to further your craft and develop it further and introduce the people in the profession where you can really hone in on your craft and learn from the experience.
And the awards are individual as well as group based. So you have students getting best actress, best performance, best monologue,
Nice.
storytelling. Then you have supporting actors, and it's our Academy Award, am I right? Right?
Better than that.
And then it goes
It's our
into...
Kasik Award.
Yeah.
There we go.
Our
Well, we bring back the
Kasik.
Kasik
Oh my
Awards. We
gosh,
definitely
to
need
have
the
the
Kasik
Kasik.
Awards to be back.
Yeah.
It's the Kasik
Our
for the
Kasik
juniors.
Awards, yeah.
So we're definitely looking forward to it. The Secondary Schools Drama Festival 2025. It's happening in November, continuing all the way to January and even into March. We have the grand gala celebration, and hopefully we can get you guys back to talk some more about that as we wrap up the 60th anniversary
That'll be
celebrations.
great, yeah.
So thank you both for joining us this morning, and all the best as we get ready for the festival.
Thank you very much.
No problem
Thanks
at
for
all.
having us.
We'll take a quick break and we come back with more on the Now Morning Show. Stick around.